Hello and welcome back to me playing Pillars of Eternity. Last time, we received our keep, as you can hear by the very happy music in the background. This is Cadnua. This is our stronghold menu, essentially. Last time I did not explain very thoroughly because, honestly, we were a bit short on time. It was already 1 hour and a half. It's such a mess to upload such big videos after a while. But essentially, we can upgrade our stronghold, similarly to how Crossroad Keep worked in Neverwinter Nights 2. You pay money, you upgrade a part of your stronghold. So there is that. And, you know, there is some effect that each of these parts give, either prestige or defense or both, as well as another, like, additional bonus. Like, for instance, Bright Hollow here is the house outside of the main keep, which allows us to sleep in the keep freely without camping supplies. And then several other upgrades will actually give you bonuses for resting in your keep. You just decide, like for an inn, it's just gonna be free. Otherwise, there is also some shops you can upgrade. There is the dungeon, which gives a unique interaction to keep prisoners inside your keep. As well as the most interesting to me, which is the Warden's Lodge. It gives you actually quests, it gives you bounty hunting quests, and they give you such ridiculous experience. They were actually nerfed, I think. I feel like they were, but this one is actually one of the best upgrades early on. The problem is, they are pretty tough. Anyway, without further ado, we're gonna level up Adair here, and myself. We're going to add another bonus points, one bonus point here. We might go as far as 8 in survival for Adair, so that he gets he gets the received healing multiplier ×2. I feel, which is pretty good overall. That's pretty gosh darn good if you might ask me. Alright, so weapon specialization is a thing for warriors. It basically makes them do more damage. 15% damage increase. It's not as good as you might think. I mean, yes, it's 15% damage, which is concrete, but you never know which kind of weapon you're going to use at the end of the game. So usually I'd take this always last, when you're sure that you're gonna go ahead with a weapon till the end of the game. Excuse me. Confident aim, we've already seen. Disciplined barrage, guardian stance, modal, friendly aura, +10 deflection, self, -10 accuracy. Into the fray is very interesting. Twice per encounter, the fighter lunges through battle, pulling an enemy into immediate melee range. This is really good. You can actually fetch the most far away mage right next into the fighter's range, then you go into knockdown, and then you just continuously debilitate him so that he does not do any tricky spells on you. So, Into the Fray is a really good fighter ability, which we're gonna pick this level. Level 5 is also a very exciting level for casters, particularly these two guys. You will see soon enough. We're going to increase, well, we could increase our lore a bit more. I think I'm gonna go with survival this turn. Maybe a bit of athletics. It would give me 5 more endurance per healing, but I don't know. I don't think there is a necessary necessity for it. I think we're gonna keep these points left for next level for a potential lore skill point. So, okay, so we go lay on hands, which heals quite a lot by this point. It would be 20 endurance per second, twice per encounter. It's not bad at this point. 7 to all defenses for 9 seconds. What does it do actually? Inspires all allies in the vicinity when the paladin downs an enemy, providing a temporary bonus to all defenses. So it's pretty decent. It's just that your paladin needs to take down an enemy first for it to be in effect. Commands an ally to summon all their strength in order to temporarily ignore existing hostile effects. It's similar to the priest level 2 spell. I don't think it's that worth it, honestly. Maybe it is because it's twice per encounter, but it's also 18 seconds. But I feel like that might be a better thing for later on, for later levels, really. Zealous charge, I don't really like that. we already have our Zealous Aura anyway. Sword enemy. This one is very interesting. It marks the foe. It's similar to the mark abilities of, I don't know, Darkest Dungeon and other similar games, role-playing games and such that have a mark, a bounty hunt ability and such. It marks the enemy, 20% damage, 15 accuracy against marked targets. How long does it last? I feel like until it's fucking dead. I'll try it. I'll try it until it's dead. It's really good together with Flames of Devotion. It stacks. All of it stacks. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Alright, let's go. We've already spent like 10 minutes talking nothing. Right now, what we're gonna do is move through 2 areas really quickly. We're not gonna complete the areas by any stretch, because the first and, well, both of them are technically pretty high level areas, and we're not really fit to complete them 100%. I want to go to the second area to retrieve a certain NPC.
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. I said nothing.
Alright, let's talk to these guys because they want a word. Alice seems lost in thought. He flinches when you draw near, sucking a sharp breath through his teeth.
What can I do for you?
Are you alright?
Of course. Merely processing some of the unusual things we've seen lately.
Of course.
And if Meerwald is to be believed, it would seem you have an uncertain future ahead.
I don't know what to think, honestly.
Perhaps Defiance Bay holds the answers we need.
Indeed. Let us move on. And there.
Old Watcher. I don't know what I expected, but it sure wasn't that.
You said you had some things you wanted to ask him.
Well, it's kind of embarrassing now. I just got a dumb idea in my head is all. Don't know why I thought it'd work. It's funny. That's probably the first thing I got my hopes up for in, I don't know, years. At least I got that out of it.
There's no need to be embarrassed. I won't judge, despite the fact that I'm a paladin and my task and goal of my life is to judge.
All right. Yes, fair is fair, and you did bring me to see him. Those rumors back in Gilded Vale about my brother, Woden, about how he'd turned against us and fought for Widewind, been on my mind for some time now. The thing about Woden was, he always knew what was right, and that's what he'd do. One day he set out to fight for Deerwood against a man claiming to be our god. So I knew that's what I had to do too. It was right. And hearing claims that he died fighting for Raedric, that got me worried. Not that he'd chosen the wrong side, but that I had. Didn't seem right what Widewind had in store, but if he really was Aethys, I thought, maybe this old Watcher would know how my brother died. So I could see if it was true. Like he could, I don't know, read it in my soul or something. Use our connection. Told you it was dumb.
Why didn't you ask me for help? Guess because I didn't know you. It's hard to trust strangers that say he's a watcher.
Of course, I knew the truth deep down. The Watcher's not psychic. I think I just had this idea, and the idea made me feel a certain way, and I didn't want to lose that.
Really, if I wanted to find out about my brother, I shouldn't be starting with watchers. I should be starting with records. It took you 15 years to figure that out. He cracks a smile. Never occurred to me to go looking into that. Not till you put some crazy notions about watchers in my head. Adair thinks a moment, his lips twisted to one side. He raises his eyebrows. If there was anything written down about it, they'd have it in the files bay. They got an archive at the palace.
You've done a lot for me already, but if you could see fit to pay that archive a visit with me, well, you know. Knowing my luck, the records clerk will go crazy and try to kill me. I'd feel better with you in there with me.
For sure, brother. Everyone else levels up, except for Kana. That is fine. Alright, so, Durance. Let's see, how about we level up a bit of your survival? Although bonus movement is already good for him, I feel. It would fit him best. Some athletics bonus, perhaps? Yeah, let's go with some athletics bonus, just in case. And he gets level 3 spells. Fancy at that. This is the one that I was talking about last time. Pillar of Faith, not of Eternity. Calls down a Pillar of Divine Judgment, inflicting crush damage and knockdown on enemies in the area of effect. It's really good. I think you have to target it on enemies though. This one, Dire Blessing, 20% of the hit converted to crits, is pretty decent too. For 18.8 seconds, it's nothing to sneeze at. Immunity to Hobbled and Stuck, this is also pretty decent. As you can see, all of these spells are actually really good starting level 3. Warding Seal, it's just a seal that repulses enemy and does damage. Watchful Presence, 39.2 endurance when endurance below 20%. It's basically like a buff that does not activate until your endurance goes below that, I feel. All defenses plus 15. Minus 15 accuracy plus 15 crits converted to hits for 18.8 seconds. It's a debuff. It's a good one at that. At any rate, good things out of that. And before we actually go ahead and pick our spells for him, Merwold's... Why is there... No, I don't want to erase the spell. I'm going to learn it. Thank you. Merwold's Journal has a couple of spells that Merwold's Grimoire has a couple of spells that we normally can't have. Particularly Fireball, which we'll be able to unlock now, but picking it would have been a bit of a shame if we could already learn it for 300 bucks, right? Mechanics, please. Okie dokie, level 3. Here we go. Expose Vulnerabilities is outright really good. It lasts long, 26 seconds. It gives minus 5 damage reduction, minus 10 deflection, and concentration in a 3.57 meter radius. It's pretty decent if you want to do some serious damage real fast. I like Crackling Bolt, but it's a bit of a risky spell. Literally like Lightning Bolt from D&D. It just bounces off around and murders everyone. Console Hot's Draining Touch is interesting. It's basically a stronger version of the one that we have on level 2. Although also Minoleta's Bounding Missiles is pretty decent. But I think I'm gonna go this level with Console Hot's Draining Touch. Console Hot spells are just so good! They're good, guys, they're good. They're good.
Yes.
Alright, let's move now, finally. So we're gonna go to the Woodland Plains. There. And right after we enter them, we're gonna go eastwards to enter... what was it? Something Ford Gorge? Derford Gorge? Was it Derford Gorge? I'm not sure.
Hello?
We're gonna sneak because this area, as I said, has quite some potent enemies. We don't really want to fight them. We just want to pass by and move on to the next area if hello. If possible. Which seems to be the case. Stormwall Gorge, that's it, alright. It's basically the path that you take to go to Twin Elms, but it's currently blocked by a flood. So you can't really go there, yet. Yet, keyword. If that area was high level, well, this area is even higher level. There are some nasty asshole druids up there that you don't really want to fight. They're gonna murder your ass. Down here and all around the place there are lion packs that do a lot of damage. Again, you don't want to fight them. What you do want to do is, while you're traveling through the road, stick to the road. Stick to the road. It's safe, guys. It's safe. Don't worry. Trust me. Can I loot? Loot, please. Thank you. It's a helm.
Well?
Fashion helm, best helm. Alright, and down this little path we're going to meet a particular fellow. Here we go. Hello. Chewing on a piece of uncooked meat, a small Orlan dressed in tattered leathers offers a mumbled greeting and waves his hand. Despite his pleasant smile, the upper right portion of his face is in a sorry state. An eye patch, stitched with a stylized eyeball, wraps around his head, and his ear is a mangled remnant that twitches and spasms, while the other ear perks up at your approach. Next to him is displayed carcass of a deer that appears ripped open by a bear or wolf.
If this is your deer,
You need a new game warden. Name's Haravius. Hungry? I can't eat all this. First catch of the day, help yourself.
What killed that deer?
One ornery Stelgar. Though looking at the deer's insides, it had a malformed but delicious heart, and would have been dead within the year regardless. Gallowayne chose a fitting end for this fine animal. Pardon me, I shouldn't pray with my mouth full.
Tell me about Gallowayne.
Lord of the Hunt, patron of all seekers. I'm the wrong person to ask. As a child, I would worship Gallowayne in hopes of being a great hunter. But I have since come to know Wal, he who sees and is not seen.
So that's two gods, by the way. Wal, who is basically the god of murder and shadows, I feel. And Gallowayne, which is the Lord of the Hunt, as he says. Tell me about Whale. Wow.
Wal is the god of mystery and obfuscation. Wal does little to intervene, dictate, or limit our actions. But nor does he make himself easily known. I would say I contemplate Wal more than I follow or serve him.
What brings you here?
Other than the delicious venison, new trees to document, new animals to sketch, new sights to be seen. I've learned as much as I can from the druids of my circle. I'd rather wander and learn than take root and stagnate. So if you're traveling to Deerwood and need another set of hands, I'd welcome the safety of a group.
Go on.
I'm trained by the celebrants of Hawk and Ivy of the Fisher Crane tribe. I know more than my share of nature magic, and, well, I don't shy away from a good fight. I have business with the druids that live near Twin Elms. So long as we find ourselves there eventually, I'm happy to follow along.
You're welcome to join us, friend.
Splendid! It'll be an honor to run with a pack for a change.
Oh, Hiravius. What a charming fellow. Your position is going to be right here, actually. And that's our party composition. I don't think we're gonna stick with this party forever. These two guys might be swapped eventually. But right now we're on full numbers. What is he going to go with? He's going to go with survival and athletics. Survival and athletics. Lots of survival, lots of athletics. Druids have a special shapeshift ability, which allows them to shapeshift into their chosen animal, for him a Stelagar. When he says ordinary Stelagar, he means himself, by the way, he killed the deer. Which is like cat, lion, wolf thing. I'm not sure what a Stelagar is rightly, but it's an animal unique to this game, I think. And these wild strike abilities basically add a type of damage to his shifting ability. While this is good and all, you get to pick only one, and I think one of the better ones is either corrode or burn. I'm quite partial towards burn myself. Let's go with burn. Let's go fire. Fight fire with fire. We can always reset if need be. Survival athletics. Survival athletics. We just repeat that. He's already level 3 now, and he gets level 2 spells. Druids, by the way, get really good spells. I don't care what people say. Druids get very nice spells. I like druid spells a lot. Greater Wild Strike Burn adds another additional 15% damage as burn, but what we're gonna go with right here is Apprentice Sneak Attack. He's basically a second row damager. He's gonna flank the enemies, and he's going to do a lot of damage with either his melee attacks or with his shapeshift attack. We'll decide that still. Let's go with survival. He gets lots of survival points, by the way, because he's a druid and naturally gets more survival than others. And we want that 6 point for the extra damage versus flanked enemies, which is pretty neat. And that's it. That's him level 5. I think Kana is the only unlucky... Yeah, he's the only unlucky man not on level 5. Now we're just gonna go to the edge of this map on the eastern edge, and we'll have unlocked the access to Deerford Village, which we can go right now, but we're not gonna go. We're gonna go to Gilded Vale now. 1 day and 20 hours of travel. So as you can see here in the Black Hammer Smithy, things changed a bit. He got quite a few fine weapons right now, and it's good. It's really good. Outworn buckler was already present. Some fine armors too. The padded armor is certainly something that interests me personally. I have some extra money and we're gonna sell a couple of things anyway. So I think I'm gonna buy it for myself because I'm a greedy bastard. I don't think all of these were available early. Yeah, these were all available. Do we have maximum camping supplies? It doesn't matter. We're gonna go to the tavern and rest there anyway. We're going to sell these. We can sell the grimoire. Do we have anything here? Oh, do we have anything here? Do we? Alright, so we give 440 gold instead of whatever we would have paid normally. And there is our armor. We look fancy again. Oh boy, do we look fancy again. Okay, next, Hiravia's secondary weapon is a wand. How about we give him this war bow? It's a bit slower, it does more damage, but I like it better than a wand. Alright, let's go with that. How good is he with flails, do you think? Spears are average weapons, they're also like similar to flails. He doesn't hit as good, because I think spear gets bonuses for accuracy. Yes, they do. And it's also a fine spear. We're gonna stick with the spear for Hiravias for now. Maybe we're gonna swap to the flail because we have it. Nothing else than that. We're gonna give this potion of regeneration to Adair, and we're gonna rest at the tavern. Alright.
Well met, friend.
We're going to take ourselves a laborer's rest.
Hello.
As well as buy any supply. Do we need camping supplies? Oh, we don't need camping supplies actually, so that's good. We could buy a couple of buffing food items here. They're pretty cheap. And they actually work differently. These ones are the only things you are allowed to consume before a fight. Yeah? That's pretty decent. And they're also incredibly cheap. It would be a shame not to buy these. It would be really a shame not to buy these. I don't think they stack, but having a bunch of them helps, as always. Extra damage reduction. Let's buy some ale. I have no idea why an ale, which gives 2 damage reduction for 150 seconds, is as cheap as a beer which gives 1 damage reduction for 300. Yeah, I feel like 300 is better, but you know. I think that's fine right now. We're gonna buy that. Yeah, there's gonna be the one that keeps all the food in his inventory. Why not? And with that, we're all packed and ready to go to Esternwood. We are going to the throne. Wait, can I access Estern? I think I can access Esternwood through here. We're gonna dethrone Mr. Raedric from his throne, or so we plan to anyway. Let's see what happens though. We will see indeed what happens. And keep construction complete. Fantastic. Kinda leveled up because of it. No, probably because we entered a new area. Right, Kana, you go with a bit of extra sneak. You always need sneak. Okay, level 2 phrases. Oh boy. Generates fields of terror. Decreases the duration of the off and defends against frightened and terrified attacks. Allies leave a hazardous trail of frost wherever they move. That's actually pretty decent, actually. Decreases reload time and increases the speed of ranged attacks for all allies. This is a very nice one if you have lots of ranged attackers. Reduces accuracy of disengagement attacks for enemies. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick this one. Though this one might be okay. Let's go with low there and let's host the Harbinger's Doom. Let's go with that one. Then we're gonna go into the chant mode. And which one gives... gives us both Fortitude and Will. This one gives us Reflect. We're gonna change this and we're gonna put this one on for the time being.
What is it?
I think that's fine. Oh, and we have to construct something else. Let's see, we could go with Bright Hollow Restoration. It's only 500 coins. I'm a bit low on money right now, just a tiny bit low on money. This area is filled with skeletons and other undead creatures. We really don't have to fight them. Honestly, we don't really have to fight them right now. There is no reason to. So we're just gonna pass by. We're gonna explore this eventually once we have like an episode dedicated all to finishing exploring the previously visited areas, but right now there is absolutely no need to go through around this place. There is a couple of Kickstarter backer names engraved in tombstones because they died. They didn't die. They didn't die. Welcome to Raedric's Hold, the hold of Lord Raedric.
The only one I'd watch here is you, Watcher. Be on your guard.
Am I? The guard fixes a glower on you. You have no business here. Lord Raedric is not permitting any visitors, merchants, or traveling entertainers. He sneers. Best turn right around. I'm here to see Raedric. Step aside. The guard snorts. Are you hard of hearing? He draws his sword. You've got one more chance to turn around. The guards inside won't be half so gentle. The guard fixes a glower on you. You have no business here. Lord Raedric's not permitting visitors. Blah, blah, blah. We already read that. Alright, bye. Right, now we have two options. Three, really. We can either stab through the main gate, murder everyone, and just get it over with. Not advisable. We can do what Kolsk said, and that is go through the sewage system. Or we can climb the tower, faraway tower, which should be around here, and access the second floor. The sneakiest one of them is this one, by the way. It's the one that is going to give us the most option without murdering everyone. And honestly, the only reason why you would like to murder everyone is loot. They don't give you experience. Alright. Set into the base of the keep's outer wall, a sewer grate spills murky, foul-smelling wastewater into the keep's surrounding moat. Slick, mossy stones from a precarious bridge across the murky water. Ahead, the iron bars of the sewer grate block passage. The bars are coated with rust, and several appear bent, or sit at strange angles. They may have been weakened enough that you could bend them, given the means. Let's bend the bars! And I'm pretty strong myself, so I'll try to bend them myself. You step forward to grip one of the iron bars. Leaning back, you pull as hard as you can. The metal bends steadily under the strain, until with a snap it breaks free of its moorings. Another moment's work sees a second iron bar bent enough to clear a passage through the grate. Let's swing through. You take a deep breath to forestall the acrid stench around you, and slip forward into the flooded tunnel. The walls soon fade from view as you plunge into foreboding darkness. As you swim on, light begins to filter through the murky water ahead of you. You press on, seeking out the source, until you find yourself standing beneath a circular gap in the tunnel, and a way out. Now this episode might take a bit long, and because of it, I might actually split it into two parts. If I do split it into two parts, I'll try to upload them both the same day. I'll try. It's not a matter of success or not. It's a matter of my internet being whimsical overall. My internet is very whimsical, by the way. But at any rate, we are currently in Raedric's Hold dungeons. Let's see if Aleph can lock this for us. And we're going to send Kana forward, our sneak master.
What is it?
There seems to be nothing inside, so let's get in. Maybe Aloth can detect a potential trap. 3, 2, 1, I'm calling it no trap. Alright. There's a book,
Well,
some coins, nothing special. Right here we're just gonna go in sneak mode and fast mode, activated most of the time. Enemies are pretty pesky. I wonder what is it too, you know, it's a red symbol on the ground. Whatever could it be? Not like I played Baldur's Gate or anything that had exactly the same color and threat than a Pillars of Eternity trap. Now up here, there's gonna be a locked door, and there's gonna be some ghouls. Hello, ghouls. How are you doing, friends?
What is it?
I feel like this might be the best opportunity for us to show the prowess of Hiravius.
Yeah?
We're gonna actually settle him here. We're gonna create a semi-choke point. Alright. That's good enough for me. You attack there. Okay, Hiravius, you turn into Stelgar. He has 40 accuracy with 2 attacks that do 21 to 32 damage, which is directly tied to their might. It's not bad. Look at this. If he tries to find a pathing, look at the speed he's going to attack with. Look at that. He just attacks for days. Also, I don't know what are they doing? What are you doing, guys? What are you doing? Fine. You know what? Just stand still. Just stand still. Let's add one of these. Is there a Dragul here? There doesn't seem to be any Draguls. That's good for me. Let's just slowly wear them down. We fought plenty of Draguls in our time, or ghouls anyway, so I don't feel really threatened by their presence. We can add some healing in the midst of our fight. Just blast them out of the bloody doorsteps. Everyone attack. Kinda. Why are you disarmed? Because you have free weapon slots. I forgot about that. Shoot him! Kill him! Destroy him! Yeah, wrecked. Teaches you.
Light, flame, and sound.
Okie dokie.
We'll keep to ourselves.
Lot. Of course, this was suboptimal because my main tank was not, you know, tanking. Fine Brigandine. We're gonna give this to Kana. Kana, enjoy your fine Brigandine. He currently has a normal Brigandine. This gives him 2 more defense rating, or no defense rating. Damage reduction, sorry. It's still a pretty slow armor though, so we'll need to be cautious with that.
Indeed.
Well,
What do you
this one?
suppose that bally thing is?
Go ahead. Excellent, it's some Adra, which is an upgrade material, obviously. Up here there might be a Dragul. I know that this dungeon has Draguls. Draguls are basically improved version of ghouls, and they're pretty pesky. There's also oozes. There's just more Kickstarter backers. That's fine. Let's go down this path. There is some revenants there, apparently. The most annoying part of this dungeon is that everything is a messy choke point. Everything of it is a messy flipping choke point. To that point, we're going to send forward our brave damage dealers.
Hey.
You know what? Probably we should flip position between me and that there.
yeah?
Alright, because that's where most enemies are gonna come from.
As you would.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go and support there. You're going to attack the Revenant. Skeletons and ghouls should not be too big of an issue. For the time being, let's debuff a bit if it works. Let's attack the faraway ghoul with him. Cane Blast, you know, the per encounter spells and stuff. The good old usual. No. Attack that. Okay. Let's knock down this ghoul, just in case. You can attack the skeleton. Alright. At this point you have nothing else to do but to attack. Durance, help out our little guy.
I shall deal with this one.
We have one for everything right now except for a godlike, so there's that. But why would we have a godlike yet? Because we didn't encounter one quite yet, did we? Knock down this ghoul. Knock him down. Knock him down. Mark this Revenant. Might as well. Extra damage. Yeah, screw you. Alright, that's good. I could have micromanaged a bit better, but, you know, these guys are not very concerning to me. So this is actually connected to the first room, and I believe there is actually more connections down there. So let's go down there first. Let's detect traps on the way and go fast mode potentially. That would be helpful. Sneaky.
You should see this.
I indeed should. Give me that.
Yes.
Beautiful. might be more traps here. Better proceed slowly. Very slowly. Oh yeah. That one. Our good old Black Ooze friends are back, guys. Hopefully you're excited. How about you use the bow here? Let everybody else use the ranged attacks.
Yeah?
And try to take care of it as soon as possible. There might be more circulating around. Yes, Oozes did guard a place. That makes sense, right? Okay, and sneak on forth. If this connects to this area, that's fine. Down here, is there any enemy? No, there doesn't appear to be any enemy. However, this does take us to the lower ramparts, which is an outside area, which means lots of guards, by the way. We get a minor cloak of protection. I don't know who isn't covered yet with this. He is... well, you could use one, I guess. Actually, no, either Kana or the little guy. Let's go with the little guy.
Well,
Little guy might actually benefit the most out of it. And there's a black ooze all of a sudden. Right, more food. I can certainly cope with food. Let's quickly attack this one, kill it before it can do any real harm. Of course, it does a lot of damage with its magical ability or whatever you want to call it. Can you please get out of the doorstep? Thank you very much. You know, at least in Baldur's Gate, your party members push themselves out of the way if they couldn't reach the target. Here, not as much.
well, following your lead.
Go ahead, Kana. Okie dokie. Is this the
wonder what
place
this is.
with the traps that Aloth likely will not be able to disable? Let's see. Oh, he can. Good. I know that there are some very high level traps here, or rather difficult to disable traps. And I know that this hallway down here is god awful. Let's go on down here first. There is the little dungeon room there.
You should see this.
Whoa! Stop. Does X, like, stop their movement? I wonder, what is hold, actually? Is there, like, a button for hold? Yeah, X is the cancel movement. Okay, can you disable that one too? I'm a bit higher level than usual here, so I might be able to disable all of them with Aloth. And there's a couple of revenants, which we're gonna take care. Oh, that's more than just a couple of enemies, actually, now come and think of it. Alright, Durance, let's go with a classic old debuff, and you can attack with a bow. Kana, you can shift back into melee weapon and attack this Amawa skeleton. Attack your own self in skeletal shape. And let's murder everything. These undead creatures are really not a concern. Really, this is possibly the easiest place, except for the oozes, there is nothing too threatening in here. There's gonna be a bit of a major battle, maybe later on, we'll see. Let now Aloth do his magic. There is Jacko here. Let's free him up. Hey, over here! The young man's face is badly bruised, and his gaunt form is covered in a threadbare shirt. He watches you, shivering with a measure of hope in his eyes. I don't know who you are, but will you help me? Well, only knows what depravities have been inflicted on this man. Something tells me the man's crimes, if indeed there are any, don't warrant this treatment. He gazes nervously past you at the open cell door. I don't think I can fight my way out of... You're free. Make a run for it. Thank you, stranger. I have to get back to the fork. But first some food and rest, I think. He hesitates. If you would dare the upper floors, please tell Nedmar I live yet. Tell him I still have the carving he gave me of the Pale Knight. That should convince him, and perhaps he can help you somehow. Good luck, and may the gods keep you safe. Alright. So this was actually one of the supporter of Kolsk in his invasion, little crusade invasion, I guess.
I'll have it in no time.
Prisoner in the dungeon, but to who? Well, we know to who, actually. There was actually a note that mentioned the one that takes the captives into the dungeon. I can maybe show it to you guys. If I still have it someplace. Well, there is... Yeah, it's this one. Someone with the letter O.
What is it?
Alright, let's see now if Aloth can maybe deactivate these traps. I would love to go with a
I
crew.
wonder what this is.
I would really love to, but... Okay, run back. Okay. We're gonna send forward Adair, my guy, and Kana, which are the tankiest guys. Well, technically speaking, here Avios is a bit tankier. Followed by Aloth, who is going to disable traps as we move. If he spots them. Uh-oh.
Hey,
Uh-oh. And now it begins. Alright, alright. You, mister, heal up. Alright. This is where we're going with the big booms. The big booms happen. Yeah! You tell them, Aloth. Go with a... Do you think Corrosive Siphon would help here? I don't know. Let's try. Let's add a bit of sunburn to these guys. Hello. Okay, everyone else attack ranged wise, it's fine. It's a bit of an awkward choke point, and I knew it all along. They're attacking endurance? That's not nice! You don't attack the ranged guy that heals. I mean, that is actually the most logical outcome for any... Oh, Jesus Christ! Alright, let's heal my guy. Let's heal my guy real bad. Thank you. I flipping hate uses. Oh, Jesus Christ. I might be going for good here. Let's see if I can heal me. Yeah, no, I'm down. I'm down. You know what? I'm not gonna repeat this fight. It's too bothersome. I flipping hate black oozes. Get out of my face. Stupid things. I'll have an injury. What the injury does is to dexterity. Pesky. But we'll rest anyway, soon enough. In fact, right now, I feel, is the best time to rest. Our first of the 2 rests available anyway.
And what does the flame reveal?
It was a bit risky to do that, honestly. It was a bit risky, but we came out of it alive. Let's sleep. Damage reduction is fine. Damage, you go with damage versus flanked. Heal multiplier, that's still fine. You want to get the movement bonus. Damage reduction is fine, and damage reduction is fine. Alright, let's sleep. You wake to the sensation of being shaken, and you open your eyes to see Adair standing over you, his hand jostling your shoulder. He looks concerned. Your eyes are heavy and your vision blurred, the vague unease of unremembered nightmares clouding your thoughts. You are not sure you slept at all the previous night.
hey, hey! You're awake? Good. You were kind of thrashing around, eyes rolled back in your head. You were shaking. Trying to snap you out of it for a long time now. I was gonna have to get a bucket of cold water. You don't seem like you get much rest at night. You got those dark circles under your eyes.
Not lately. That night there are dreams and whispers.
Nice the Watcher thing, then. I'm sure it just takes some time to adjust is all. I'll try to let it sort itself out. But you better wake up faster next time. Trust me, you don't want that bucket of cold water.
What is it?
Well, thanks for
Nice and
trying to
quiet.
help there, really. He's a cutie pie. He's a cutie pie. Okay, let's move up.
That's
Here?
unusual.
Lots of traps here. Can you disable them? Yeah, it seems like he has enough mechanics to
What is it?
disable the traps, which is really nice. Does this take me straight out, or is this just a... Yeah, this is only a door. It's only a door, guys. It's adorable, isn't it? Camping supplies. Well, conveniently placed, isn't it? More doors, more rooms. More traps, perhaps? No, we go straight into the kitchen. That's actually where we're gonna go to. today still. This episode is gonna be a bit of editing, unfortunately, but
I want to see what I can do. The work of a moment.
we get some padded up leather. We're just gonna steal everything, let's be honest. Let's be honest, guys. What else to do if not to steal everything? Alright, let's go into the next room. Is this one the... No, this is not it quite yet. But there are enemies. Adair is going to kindly take the responsibility to bring them all through the main door. What do we have? A couple of skeletons. Is there any mage? Well, get out of sneak mode. Let's see what happens.
As you said.
Okie dokie. Hello. Move forward, thank you. Okay, debuff. Arcane Blast. The usual treatment for our usual friends. And Hiravius took responsibility to be the main tank. Thanks, Hiravius, you're a true man. No, look, buddy. I don't mind you and all, but I feel like Hiravius and me will do a much faster job here. Oh my god, these guys are derping around so hard. Alright, kill them. Kill them. Kill them. Thank you. Oh, the AI.
As you wish.
You know, it would help if they didn't do so many F corridors. And why is Meat being followed? Why is Meat following my ass? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Some scrolls and stuff. But this next room is where we're headed at, I believe. Yes, indeed we are. Okay, so there isn't a fight beginning right here, but as you can see here, there is Austria.
Well?
Okay, slowly, let's position everybody real fast. Gonna go there, Hiravius go here, you follow back there. Whoops! A woman caught mid-step across the room, turns her head to face you. Long curls of black hair frame her face, one side of which is flecked with some green liquid. The gaze she sets upon you holds an eerie intensity. More interruptions! The woman sets down the book she holds, smiling faintly. What an interesting time we've been having of late. So many uninvited guests. I suppose I have you to thank for all the damage to my work. It took time to get those people back to their feet, you know. Osria frowns. What is it you're doing here? I've come to see Lord Raedric. Osria narrows her eyes, smiles widening. Aren't we the bald one? You must be another of Kolsk's little rebels, Osria chuckles. Does he recruit you all out of the Black Hound, ply you with drink, ask you to ignore the consequence of your actions? No matter. What concerns me is the curse upon Gilded Vale's people. I'm on the cusp of a great discovery, and it is not Kolsk who undermines me. She eyes you. You might have chosen more powerful allies. Why haven't you been able to find a cure yet? Osria's expression goes cold. It's that fool priest Nedmar, the Baratheon, she sneers. The old man has woven a tidy little tapestry of lies and fables. Lord Raedric is a pious man. And Nedmar holds power over him, especially now, after this business with Ygritte, as if that whole-born child was my doing. In any case, my efforts are increasingly hobbled by ignorance. I think you'd have more luck countering these superstitions if your methods weren't so grim. Kana eyes one of the undead warily. The priest has focused Lord Raedric's attention upon the ruins of the Scattered Gods temple. If it is consecrated anew, rededicated to Barath, then the curse will be lifted. Osria rolls her eyes. Raedric believes him, of course. In any case, he has supplied a vast amount of gold towards the effort. You will know that I am bereft of such generous support. She gestures to her lab with a sweep of her arm. I am left to scrounge for answers in these dismal conditions. You're as monstrous as the creatures you make. Unfortunately, we could help her, but that would mean siding with Raedric. Indirectly. While it is certainly an option, it's not the best outcome. And honestly, as a paladin, I feel like I'm siding with someone that creates undead people. You know, Osria's smile fades swiftly. Very well. If it is battle you want, you long for, I am happy to indulge you. Perhaps Lord Raedric will show me greater favor if I bring him your corpse as well. Okay, where is Adair? Adair is there. There is Adair. Adair, into the fray. Okay, Kana, move forward. You take care of the goal. What else do we have? This wizard here is our problem, as well as the flesh construct. So hopefully Hiravius can go there. Okay, unmatched. Turn into Wolf, or Steligar as the case might be. Kinda attack that guy, I'm attacking that guy. We're gonna attack Austria with our range. As you can see, we already did considerable damage to Austria already. Let's go with a Siphon. Maybe we're gonna be able to do some damage. Let's add up. This is actually a very close range spell. This one, does it have a better range? Oh, this one has a much better range. You attack the mage, I'm attacking the gold. Good stuff. Good stuff. Who's that? Hello? Whoa! She flippin' died and a half. Who killed her? Durance crits with his barbs of condemnation. Well, she was a bad, I guess. Okay, he's taken care of. Let's move on here. This actually is going much sweeter than I thought it would be. Granted, it certainly helps that we have a party of 6 here. Certainly helps. Jesus Christ, the Steligar form does a lot of damage. By the way, he can actually also increase his attack speed with the cat flurry attacks. There we go. Easy as pie. Piece of pie. Whatever. Here you go, Aloth, sweetheart. He gets Crackling Bolt, actually. Alright, that's not bad. Your Grimoire, let's add Crackling Bolts there.
Well,
Cool!
hello. Hello?
Oh ho! I'm gonna steal from here. Whatever. Hey, cat! At first, you think this poor creature is diseased, for its black fur seems to have fallen off of its hide in patches. But when the cat turns to investigate a fly on the wall, you know that the entire section of its ribcage is open to the air. Some of its tail has rotted away altogether to reveal a few jagged vertebrae. This doesn't seem to bother the cat much. It lets out a trilling purr and rubs against your shin. Pet the cat. You spend a few pleasant moments scratching the cat between the ears. Black fur comes away in clumps. Let's pick up the cat. You pick up the surprisingly light and unexpectedly pointy creature, and it purrs contentedly in your arms. It will be added into our pet collection. Unfortunately, it is a bit of an undead cat, so
Well,
we're not gonna have it as our active pet. Not really. I wonder, yes, we can actually go up here, and we should be able to come out straight next to Raedric's bed. But before we do that, we're gonna go through the kitchen area, and to that point, I think this is going to be part 1 of this 2-part episode. Because it's getting a bit longer, and it's gonna be a bit easier for me to edit and render and stuff. After I render and edit and I start upload, I can record the second one and start rendering the second one as the first one is getting uploaded, and once the first one is uploaded, I can add the second one. It is a bit more of a chain action, really. So I'm gonna end it right here. Thanks everyone for watching, and make sure to stay tuned for part 2 of Raedric's Hall. Until then, be well! Bye!